This Lawrence O'Donnell, man, I'm glad we're finally talking about him. This guy is a creep. Go ahead.
Looks Time for tonight's rerun.
Brother.
Monday night in this space, I told the story of the police misconduct and police brutality that erupted on Saturday at a peaceful demonstration by the Occupy Wall Street protesters. We brought this story to a national television audience complete with video of the police violence.
Good for you.
Police violence. Police violence. Pandemonium.
Yeah, now they're just showing the video.
Some good pandemonium.
But the video really, it's really hard to figure out what the fuck's going on.
They're arresting people, is what's going on.
What are they saying? Holy shit! I see cops trying to get a hold of a situation. I really do.
And look, now they're taking another guy.
Right.
They're not just randomly picking people, by the way.
Right. And now they're
taking troublemakers and instigators. I love the dragging down the street. That's how you get control of the situation, by the way. You take the troublemakers and people that are inciting. They're inciting.
Like he's playing a montage of videos, and I honestly don't see any problems yet.
Nope.
I really don't.
Here's the woman screaming.
Like it's Kent State.
Like it's fucking that yeah. She's like Kim Fuck from, was that her name? Kim Fuck from
We then showed
Vietnam.
you a slow motion version of that last piece of video, which revealed the police commander using pepper spray against some young women for absolutely no reason.
It's not absolutely no reason.
We now have video shot from another angle immediately after that first pepper spray attack.
Let's see. I can't see.
We're now going to slow that down so that you can get a clear view of the white-shirted, indiscriminate pepper spray attacker.
Yeah, the guy's making some decisions to fucking control everybody.
Indiscriminate.
So you got the... Is he a lieutenant?
He's a white shirt, so...
Possibly?
Probably.
So the guy's doing what? What are we looking at?
You're looking at him...
What are we looking at, Lawrence, you stupid fuck?
Him, maybe pepper spraying a crowd of people that aren't fucking moving.
I hit it.
We now know his name and rank. The New York Times has confirmed that the out-of-control officer, the high-ranking Deputy Inspector Anthony Bologna. Since our program Monday night, much has changed in the life of Inspector Bologna. Yeah. On Monday, the police department was blithely insisting that the use of pepper spray and all of the rest of the brutality caught on tape was appropriate, even while they knew that we and anyone with internet access had video proving that it was completely unjustified. City Councilman Peter Vallone, the chairman of the City Council's Public Safety Committee.
I don't know. I mean, it's a really long clip. I mean, what do you want to do with this?
It's fucking. You know what? They're trying to make this guy hold this guy up as the image of the abusive NYPD who's cracking down on. It's just nothing. A pepper spraying. Fucking shut up. It happens all the time. It's called crowd control. If you want to protest and you're in a crowd and the police are telling you to fucking move, first of all, you know what? They're trying to keep a city moving and working. And if there's people in the street, they got to be put off the fucking street. And they were moving these fences around, getting people off the fucking street. And they're telling them, get on the sidewalk.
Well, I mean, and if you're going to protest, some shit's going to go down.
You got to expect it.
You can't cry like a little baby.
The
Realize
city
that
has to keep moving.
If you're going to protest and push it, some shit's going to go down.
A protest in and of itself, what you're doing is interfering with the workings of something, because that's the only way a protest works. If it doesn't interfere with something, then you're not inconveniencing somebody, and no one's noticing you.
Right.
And you're not really putting a monkey wrench into the cog. But when you do, the courage and bravery that a protester is supposed to have comes in the fact that you're willing to accept the fact that things like this happen.
Of course.
Now, in the old days, it was a fucking nightstick across your teeth It was fucking really getting your head rammed into a brick wall. It wasn't please and thank you. And in other countries, it's a bullet in your fucking head or your friend's head exploding next to you and having blood on your hands of trying to cradle a dying friend's head.
Right.
These pussies and this asshole on MSNBC really have lost sight of what all that's about. And I praise the NYPD for being as understanding and respectful as they have been over the past. How long have these idiots been tying up Wall Street?
A couple weeks, maybe.
Yeah. Go home!
Larry, what's up? Larry!
Hey, guys, what's going on? How you doing?
Good, brother.
I'm retired from the job.
Yeah. Retired from the job.
I worked with Inspector Bologna there, Tony Bologna.
Tony Bologna. Hey, Tony Bologna.
Yeah.
Nah, good man, good boss. The whole thing with this protest, these people marched from Wall Street up to Union Square.
Yeah.
It was an unauthorized protest. They were fine when they stayed in the park down there.
Right.
So what happened was when they wouldn't leave the street, that's what you do. Like Anthony said, back in the day, I go back to on the job in the 80s.
Oh, boy.
You had the Crown Heights and all that. You went in there with the nightsticks and you broke heads. Today you can't break heads.
Because everyone's got the cameras.
Yep, they all got cameras.
Well, Thompson Square Park killed us after with the cameras.
The second they start trying to arrest people, the crowd starts chanting, "The world is watching, the world is watching."
Oh, of course,
and they get their cameras out, and they're videoing everything. And meanwhile, the cops are arresting people. They have to drag them out of the crowd, first of all. You can't start arresting someone in the middle of a crowd. First of all, cops don't do that. They gotta get the guy away from the crowd so they don't jeopardize their own lives.
Exactly. Of course, they don't show the crowd punching and kicking at the cops.
Of course.
Right.
That's why the cops are getting them away, and they're going to drag them. And then you get people going, "Oh, you could take. Why do you have your knee on his neck?" Because the guy's fucking resisting. Because he's trying to turn over.
Because we're in the middle of a protest situation.
Yeah.
You're the protesters, and we're trying to control the situation. That's why.
Right.
I don't even mind. I got to go on record. I don't even mind that the younger people are protesting.
Yeah, I don't even care about that.
I kind of like that. I kind of like when people protest against the machine man. But what bothers me, and this is where I'm on the same page as Anthony, is how fucking wimpy these kids are, because it's a me generation, and it's a... And these kids today, they're so fucking entitled that they don't get it.
Exactly.
If you're going to protest, you're going to get, some of you are going to get your fucking skulls cracked in.
Is that what happens?
Opie, the minute you turn around and take a nightstick out, or the minute you turn around and take the mace out, all of a sudden you see, you get your diehards. They want to get it.
Right.
They want it.
You see the rest of them? They all start backing away. Oh, not me, not me.
Well,
Larry, I was saying this from the start. What these protesters want is a situation where they're being hit or pepper sprayed because all their cameras are out, and they want it, and they're inciting it. They are trying their hardest. And the fact that there hasn't been more instances shows the amount of restraint that the NYPD has with these kids.
Exactly. They should. Listen, it goes back to there's an incident back in the early 80s in Borough Park in the 6-6 precinct. And Borough Park back then primarily Jewish. And the Jewish people stormed the precinct and took the precinct over.
Oy vey.
All right? And what they did was the big bosses turned around and said, let them go. They're blowing off steam. And after the whole thing was over, a black cop that was on the scene told a reporter in the Daily News. He said that this was a black neighborhood, there'd be black bodies laying on the floor. That's the problem with this city. They let these certain people get away with shit.
Look at you, see?
Years it's been going on.
Yeah.
You turn around and God forbid you do your job. You can't even do your job anymore.
No.
You can't even take care of a summons anymore.
You can't take care of a summons. You can't do anything. I know some cops that are very close to retirement that and a lot of times when a cop gets close to retirement, they consider, should I put in a few more years or something? They are grabbing what their pension is and running because there's too much at risk. You're risking too much staying on the job now. You might as well take your pension, leave, and actually go, whoof, I made it out without fucking losing my pension or God forbid, getting arrested. These days, we're not letting the police do their job because we're waiting to get a YouTube video or a lawsuit or trying to get some guy thrown off the fucking force. It comes back because you don't get the amount of protection that you were getting when they were allowed to do the job.
Exactly right, Anthony.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, my friend. All right there, Larry.
All right, guys. Thank you very much.
Have a good one, man.
All right, brother.
Larry made it out.
Yeah, so the bullet points, simple. Lawrence O'Donnell is creepy and not easy to watch with his fucking icy cold eyes. Reverend Al sucks.
Reverend Al's a douche.
And I took a peek at MSNBC. Not so much these days. Those two especially, I cannot fucking watch at all.
When they say lean forward as their little motto now, it's like, stop it. You lean left. You lean so hard left. As far as, Fox leans right. MSNBC is trying to be like this. That's their answer to fair and balanced. Like Fox is fair and balanced, and Fox leans right.
But they're both wrong.
Yeah,
they're both really wrong. I know you're a Fox guy, but they're both wrong.
They weigh each other out.
They're both wrong. When Hannity told us what he said, he's not a Republican, he's a moderate or something. I'm like, what?
No, he's a fucking Christian Republican.
Of course.
Which I don't care. Fine.
I know, but he said that on our show. I'm like, no, just be what you are. You're absolutely a right-wing Republican.
One thing I do see on Fox that I rarely see on MSNBC, though, is Fox will, like Bill O'Reilly, will have a left-leaning liberal motherfucker
Reverend
on there.
Al or somebody.
And actually have a discussion with the person.
Right.
Let them get their points out.
It's too bad he's a douche.
But MSNBC, you will rarely see them even allow anyone from the right to talk without first prefacing it as, here comes a lunatic that we got on, look out.
Right.
And so when they say lean forward, it's so insulting. It's like, no, we see what you do. We see what all the news does, especially mainstream media is left-leaning. And MSNBC could be one of the most left-leaning news agencies around. And to say that they, lean forward, shut up.
Well, more importantly, I don't know who's in control over there, but they're making horrible decisions.
Oh,
I can't imagine anyone's watching Lawrence O'Donnell.
No.
I mean, and they basically kicked Keith Olbermann out the door, who was very animated. I didn't agree with Keith. I kind of like watching because it was crazy TV, basically.
Well, unfortunately for him, you were the only one watching, and that's why they got rid of him, because the ratings are not there.
But that's the point I'm making. They replace him with Lawrence O'Donnell, and he's supposed to get the ratings. He sucks.
I know. That's just it.
This guy is really creepy. Watch it for a half hour.
Yeah.
With those icy cold, I might have killed someone in my past eyes. And then
that guy's life is like a doll's eye.
And then you got stupid Reverend Al on there now.
Yeah.
Like, who's making these decisions?
Talk about alienating people.
I think so.
You're even alienating the left. People on the left don't like Reverend Al. He's a lying sack of shit from the Tawana Brawley thing.
I think
He's an instigator. He's a race baiter. It's terrible.
And stop with the scowl, Reverend Al. Oh, you're angry today.
He's always outraged.
Enough of your stupid fucking scowl. You're on TV. Why don't you smile every once in a while? There, free advice. Pay me.
Reverend Al is always outraged.
Always scowling.
You think he scowls when he uses that money from his fucking coalition to buy those nice suits? Do you think he scowls? What are you doing?
Yeah.
Take in the waist. I lost some weight.
Fucking enough with the scowl.
Look at me. I've been working out. I'm a size 42. I'm huge.
Right.
The best.
He's always in like, look, there's the scowl. Google image Reverend Al.
Look at the scowl.
Just Google image Reverend Al. I want the whole first page. I will bet there's not one picture of him smiling.
Wow.
Everything has to be some kind of a scowl.
He is outraged. I am outraged at my outrage.
Look at this. Look at these fucking stupid faces this guy makes.
I am literally looking at myself in the mirror, and I am outraged at the amount of rage that is out in my rage. What I just say? What I just say?
Even with Obama, click on the Obama picture when they were eating fried chicken together.
I have a perma-scowl. That's what it is. Look.
You're with the president, you asshole. Stop scowling.
I'm with the president, and I'm outraged. He's eating fried chicken. He's setting us back years.
It looks like someone threw a pebble into his forehead, and it's now rippling toward his eyebrows. Right?
I need Botox.
How many lines does he have when he scowls up there?
I don't know. I get a new one each year like a tree. You can tell how many years I've been outraged. Just count my wrinkles on my forehead. I've been outraged for 35 years.
Even when he tries to smile in these Google image pictures, it's really hard for him.
I need to get fat again.
Look at that fucking...
If I get fat again, it will fill the ridges in my head. I look like a Klingon. I got head ridges like a Klingon.
Top Gun, Canada, Reverend Scowl.
Reverend Scowl.
Reverend Scowl.
They call me Reverend Scowl.
Jesus, enough already.
My God. What have I done?
You're on TV, man. Make it a little more comfortable for people watching. Enough with the scowl.
Why am I so angry? Even when he's giving a thumbs up, he's at some kind of Viacom event. I'm looking at a picture.
Yeah.
And he still has all those ridges on his head.
He can't help himself.
Oh, man. I need to tie me a tight ponytail on the back of my head to get rid of my Klingon forehead.